Hi guys, doing and welcome to Arc Garage channel. If you like this video, make sure to hit like, share and subscribe. Today we're gonna be restoring these badly damaged headlights back to their original glory, and we're also gonna be adding the headlight protective film to prevent any future damage. Now this whole job cost me only like 15 euros, and it made a huge difference to the appearance of the car. So we are basically gonna go from this right here to this in only a couple hours of work. Alright, so let's get started. To do this job properly, you're gonna need 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 and 600 grit sandpaper. You are also gonna need some plain water in the spray bottle. You're gonna need some protective tape, and what I like to use is a plain kitchen sponge just to wrap my sandpaper around to avoid putting too much pressure on the plastic itself. I'm gonna open up the hood to have a bit more room, and the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some tape around the headlights to protect the paint from the sandpaper. Alright, now I'm gonna start sanding. Make sure you don't put too much pressure. We're gonna start with the 600 grit sandpaper. Now take your sandpaper, wrap it around the sponge, spray some plain water on the headlight generously, and start sanding. Make sure you don't put any circular motions. As you'll see, all my motions will be horizontal or vertical. Now I'm gonna take a piece of my 600 grit sandpaper and I'm gonna get all of them hard to reach areas. We are moving on to the 1000 grit sandpaper. We're gonna repeat the same process. I'm gonna take my sponge, wrap a 1000 grit sandpaper around it, and we're gonna start sanding. Spray on some water on the sandpaper and on the headlight itself. Again, I'm gonna take a piece of my 1000 grit sandpaper and I'm gonna get them hard to reach areas. Moving on to the 2000 grit sandpaper, and we're gonna repeat the same process again. To finish up with sanding, we're going to be using the 3000 grit sandpaper, and we are going to repeat the same process again. Now we are moving on to the polishing part. You're gonna need some protective glasses, the polishing adapter for the drill of course, and you are also going to need a polishing compound, which you can get for like €4, something like that. Now before you start polishing, make sure that you cover your engine bay, because the polishing compound is gonna spray everywhere, and you wanna make sure that you clean your headlight good with plain water. Alright, now that we are done with the sanding and polishing, let's check out our end result. Um, Keep in mind that I didn't clean off the polishing compound properly. There's still some residue left. If we compare it to this headlight right here that we didn't do anything to yet, you can see that the difference is huge. Now we are moving on to the headlight protection. If we left the headlights looking like this, they would get damaged over time by the sun's UV rays, so I've decided to go for this UV resistant protective film. Keep in mind that I washed the car thoroughly and I've cleaned the headlights with alcohol. You could have also used the clear coat, but I personally don't like it because it leaves the orange peel. You could have also gone with a different products intended just for this, but some of them last only like for 6 months to a year, while the good ones can get quite expensive. So I've decided to go for protective film, and I think that the end result will look great. Keep in mind that this process is quite tricky, so if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you get more protective film than you need. You'll see it's cheap, so if you mess something up, you can just peel it off and start again. For this process, you also need a heat gun or a regular dryer. Here's our end result. These Blackline GT headlights came out amazing. I've also replaced the front and back Alfa Romeo badges, and the whole front of the car is transformed. That would be it for this video. If you liked it, hit like button and support our channel by subscribing.